So I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
In 2025, things in the U.S. will look very different with Donald Trump back in the White House. After Trump's historic return to the White House, many people are wondering what might happen next. From new policies to changes in the world, Trump's second term will bring big shifts. In this video, we'll share 10 predictions for what could happen in the year ahead. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's explore what might change in politics, the economy, and the world during Trump's time in office. Number 10. Economic growth. As we look ahead to 2025, a critical question is how economic growth will evolve under the leadership of Donald Trump. Predictions suggest that when Trump returns to power, the U.S. will experience substantial growth in both job creation and gross domestic product, GDP, driven largely by his pro-business policies. Trump's previous administration emphasized policies such as tax reform and deregulation, which are seen by many as conducive to business investment and economic expansion. Tax cuts introduced during Trump's previous term are likely to remain central to his economic strategy, encouraging businesses to reinvest their profits domestically. This reinvestment could lead to increased hiring and wage growth, ultimately driving consumer spending and further boosting the economy. Deregulation efforts are also expected to continue under Trump, potentially allowing companies to operate with fewer compliance costs and greater operational flexibility. These conditions could lead to a more competitive market, benefiting industries that thrive on innovation and efficiency. Certain sectors stand out as likely beneficiaries of these policies. The energy sector in particular may continue to grow with ongoing support for both fossil fuel industries and, to a lesser extent, renewable energy initiatives. Similarly, the technology sector may see an increase in investments focused on innovation and infrastructure, which are critical for the industry's long-term growth. Number 9. Foreign relations. Understanding Donald Trump's possible foreign policy direction is essential for assessing America's future global role. When Trump reclaims the presidency, his America First approach may lead to major shifts in international alliances and trade agreements. During his previous term, Trump's approach often involved challenging established alliances and renegotiating trade deals to prioritize American interests, which sometimes strained relationships with long-standing allies. A return to this approach could result in a re-evaluation of partnerships, particularly with NATO countries, and a more transactional approach to foreign relations. Trump's preference for bilateral agreements over multilateral cooperation may have profound implications for global stability and security. This approach can introduce uncertainty in international dynamics as traditional alliances give way to one-on-one negotiations, potentially leading to increased tensions in various regions. Relations with key nations like China and Russia are likely to be focal points of his agenda. With China, Trump has previously adopted a hardline stance on trade practices, and a second term could see attempts to negotiate trade agreements that better align with American economic interests. Conversely, Trump's stance toward Russia will involve a more cooperative relationship depending on the geopolitical landscape. Number 8. Healthcare reforms. Looking toward 2025, potential changes in the healthcare system under the Trump administration will reshape the American healthcare landscape. One central focus will be on reforming or dismantling the Affordable Care Act, ACA, which Trump has consistently criticized. Possible reforms might involve altering or replacing critical ACA components, leading to significant changes in coverage options for millions of Americans. These alterations could reshape the accessibility and affordability of healthcare, impacting those who rely on the ACA for medical coverage. Private insurance and pharmaceutical industries will play a more prominent role under Trump's healthcare vision. A market-driven healthcare model could reduce costs by increasing competition among providers, possibly resulting in more varied insurance plans tailored to consumer needs. This emphasis on the private sector will influence drug pricing and access to medication as well, with potential measures to encourage pharmaceutical companies to lower costs while maintaining incentives for innovation. Public opinion will be a critical factor in shaping healthcare reforms, as Americans' views on healthcare affordability and accessibility vary widely. Trump's administration may face challenges in balancing the public's demand for affordable healthcare with market-focused policies. Number 7. Immigration policies. Trump's approach to immigration is expected to involve stricter measures aimed at increasing national security and enforcing immigration laws. His administration will emphasize bolstering border security, potentially through additional funding for physical barriers and advanced surveillance technologies. Legislative revisions may also be made to immigration laws, focusing on limiting the issuance of visas and tightening eligibility criteria for asylum seekers. These changes would reflect Trump's long-standing commitment to securing the border and reducing illegal immigration. These stricter immigration policies could have substantial implications for the economy and labor market. Many U.S. industries, particularly agriculture, construction, and hospitality, depend heavily on immigrant labor. A reduction in the immigrant workforce could lead to labor shortages in these sectors, driving up wages in the short term, but also increasing costs for consumers as businesses struggle to fill positions. Additionally, a more restrictive immigration policy may lead to social challenges, as immigrant communities may experience heightened anxiety and uncertainty, potentially affecting their ability to integrate and contribute to American society. Number 6. Social issues. In 2025, social issues in America under Trump's leadership are likely to witness substantial changes, particularly in terms of public opinion and activism. Key areas, including racial equality, LGBTQ+ rights, and women's rights, could see intensified debates as Trump's policies and rhetoric continue to influence national conversations. Given his often polarizing style, Trump's approach to social issues may lead to greater division in public opinion, as supporters and critics alike respond to his stances on these topics. Activism and grassroots movements are expected to play a vital role in this environment, as communities mobilize in response to perceived injustices. A resurgence of organized advocacy around issues like police reform, reproductive rights, and climate justice may emerge. These movements could push back against policies they see as regressive, adding momentum to social causes aimed at promoting justice and equality. Social media and public gatherings could become central platforms for activists to express their views and engage with broader audiences. Trump's often confrontational rhetoric may further contribute to societal divisions. His comments on various social issues have historically galvanized both support and opposition, leading to heightened tensions in public discourse. As America moves into this complex social landscape, it will be essential to monitor how these dynamics evolve, influencing the future of social justice and equality. Number 5. Technology and innovation. Advancements in technology and innovation are set to transform numerous sectors in America, reshaping both the economy and daily life. The role of government in promoting technological progress will be crucial in this era, as policies designed to encourage research and development, R&D, can foster a vibrant environment for innovation. Increased government funding for tech-related initiatives is expected, with particular attention given to areas such as artificial intelligence, AI, renewable energy, and cybersecurity. This investment can spur growth by supporting projects that push the boundaries of current technology, creating a foundation for advancements that can benefit society as a whole. AI is expected to be a key driver of change, potentially revolutionizing industries by enhancing productivity, streamlining operations, and improving overall efficiency. From healthcare diagnostics that offer precise, data-driven analyses to automated customer service solutions that deliver quick, accurate responses, AI holds the promise of transforming how businesses operate. In healthcare, for instance, AI could improve patient outcomes by providing more personalized treatments and predictive insights. In finance, AI might bolster security and expedite transactions. In renewable energy, advancements in solar and wind technology can lead to more sustainable energy solutions, addressing climate change concerns while simultaneously creating new jobs in green sectors. However, these technological advances will have significant implications for the workforce. As automation and AI become capable of handling more complex tasks, job availability and skill requirements are likely to shift. Some routine jobs may be replaced, and workers in various industries may need to adapt through reskilling and upskilling to stay relevant. This shift may lead to new career opportunities in tech-related fields, but it also poses challenges for those in roles vulnerable to automation. To address these challenges, a focus on continuous learning and skill development will be essential. Number 4. Education system changes. Looking toward 2025, potential changes in the American education system may reflect shifts in funding and policy direction, especially under the influence of Donald Trump's educational policies. One primary area of focus could be a restructuring of funding for public education. Should Trump prioritize initiatives aimed at reallocating resources towards school choice programs, traditional public schools may experience financial challenges. Such funding adjustments could impact the resources available to students and teachers in public schools, potentially leading to disparities in educational quality across districts. An expansion of school choice and charter schools seems likely, as Trump has historically supported policies that advocate for alternatives to traditional public schooling. Proponents of school choice argue that increased competition among schools can foster innovation and improve educational outcomes, giving parents more options to select the best educational environment for their children. However, critics argue that this approach could widen existing inequalities, with some schools receiving more resources than others. These disparities could affect access to high-quality education, especially for students from underserved communities, raising concerns about equitable resource distribution and the potential for exacerbating educational disparities. In higher education, policy changes may prompt a shift in students' approach to post-secondary education. With a focus on reducing federal student aid and promoting vocational training, there may be a push toward practical, skill-based education, which could help address the issue of student debt and align educational paths with job market needs. Number 3, environmental policies. Looking to the future, the environmental policies of 2025 under Donald Trump's leadership may reflect a continued focus on deregulation, which could involve significant changes to existing protections. Historically, Trump's approach has leaned toward easing environmental regulations, which may lead to the weakening of measures intended to protect air and water quality. Such regulatory rollbacks could have immediate environmental impacts, including increased pollution levels and potential risks to ecosystems. Despite this emphasis on fossil fuels, renewable energy initiatives still hold potential for shaping America's energy landscape. Although the administration may prioritize traditional energy sources, there is a growing recognition of the need to transition toward renewable sources, such as solar and wind energy. Investments in renewable technologies could help balance economic and environmental goals by creating jobs in emerging green sectors while addressing some of the urgent issues posed by climate change. Public sentiment toward environmental issues is likely to play a significant role in shaping future policies. As awareness of climate-related challenges continues to rise, grassroots movements and advocacy groups may push back against deregulation, calling for more sustainable practices and stronger environmental protections. Number 2, infrastructure development. By 2025, the U.S. could see significant investments in infrastructure, as Trump's administration may prioritize projects to improve roads, bridges, and public utilities. Infrastructure has long been a key area for Trump, who sees it as essential for boosting economic growth and creating jobs. This renewed focus may include rebuilding aging roads and highways, expanding broadband access in rural communities, upgrading public transportation systems, and ensuring reliable access to clean water. These projects could help make daily life easier for millions of Americans by reducing traffic congestion, improving travel efficiency, and enhancing connectivity across the country. Such infrastructure improvements could also stimulate economic growth by creating thousands of jobs in the construction, engineering, and technology sectors. By investing in both urban and rural areas, the administration may aim to reduce disparities in access to modern amenities and services. However, the success of these projects may depend on securing the necessary funding and bipartisan support, as infrastructure developments often require cooperation at federal, state, and local levels. If successfully implemented, these initiatives could leave a lasting impact on America's infrastructure, enhancing both the economy and quality of life. Number 1, military and defense spending. Looking ahead to 2025, military and defense spending under Donald Trump's administration is expected to increase significantly, with a focus on strengthening America's national security. Trump has consistently emphasized a strong military as a cornerstone of U.S. power, and this could lead to a boost in funding across various branches of the armed forces. Key areas for investment may include modernizing military equipment, upgrading cyber defenses, and enhancing missile defense systems to counter emerging threats. Additionally, there may be an increase in troop numbers and improvements to veteran support programs aiming to make the U.S. military even more robust. With more funds directed toward the defense sector, the focus could shift to building new bases, fortifying existing facilities, and advancing research in cutting-edge military technologies like artificial intelligence and unmanned vehicles. While these changes could enhance America's defense capabilities, the increased budget for military projects may lead to debates about how to balance these costs with other national priorities. Some may argue that this increased spending could lead to cuts in other areas like social services or education, making it essential to consider both security needs and domestic concerns. These are just a few ideas of what the future could look like with the return of Donald Trump to the White House. From big changes in the economy to shifts in social issues, there's a lot to consider as we move forward. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think about these predictions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.